frustrated that Nigeria police is not protecting us or protecting them. That instead they will invite IPOB, ESN to come and protect them, defend them. Immediately he was whisked away, taken away by the Nigerian police and sentenced immediately. Whereas, so is it Olowo, all of them, they have been, look at Faneka Yode, calling for the extermination of the Igbos. Although they have been openly calling for the killing of the Igbos, that the Igbos should get out from Lagos. Nothing happens to them. Nothing happens to them. They are never arrested. None of them is arrested, neither questioned by the security police, Nigerian police, nothing. Oba of Lagos openly threatened to throw all the Igbos in his presence. He didn't say it through telephone. Face to face, I will throw all of you inside the ocean if you didn't vote Ambode, the person my choice candidate. So which means they are slaves. Igbos are slaves. You tell them who to, when you tell somebody who to vote for in a democratic setting, which means you control the person, you are his slave master. That is the reality. But all these people, they are never questioned by the police, because they are above the police, above the law. But one Igbo man thinking that he is a butterfly that wants to call himself a bird is Igbo. Look at how Wuriako to tell him that, look, you are nothing. And the Igbo political elites, they are not doing anything. They are not matching, they are not expressing anything. What is wrong with our people, the politicians? And when many in politics and you get that so that you start behaving the way they want to manipulate you, you continue behaving like that. What is the problem? That is what I want people to call and put their mouth, please. But before that, let me go into just a few minutes break. I think this year's 30th May IPOB will be having sit at home. This 30th May. But I think the leadership will also come up to talk on it. That is it. So, let me. Okay, yes, there is a memo to that press release. Let me read it before I go into a few minutes break to open the line. IPOB reiterate that Monday sit at home remains cancelled. Okay, listen. We, the global movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great and indefatigable leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wish to remind the Biafrans in Biafra land, friends of Biafra and lovers of Biafra freedom across the world, that Monday sit at home remains suspended. We are concerned that some in some areas, especially rural areas, our people continue to observe Monday sit at home due to threats from criminal enforcers linking themselves to the IPOB movement. We have said it numerous times that the Monday sit at home is infamous and cannot be allowed to continue. The now suspended Monday sit at home order was an IPOB leadership order that was suspended by the leadership in collaboration with our leader after considering some adverse effects of it on our people and how our enemies can possibly use it. Just as predicted by IPOB leadership, Nigeria security agents, infiltrators and government agents hijacked it and used it to torment our people and to rubbish IPOB's name in Biafra land and in other countries. Mondays in Biafra land has become a day for the agent provocateurs and the Nigeria security agencies to kill and destroy our land just because they want to blackmail IPOB. IPOB leadership is always ahead of our enemies and cancel this tool before our enemies could start using it. We are telling all and sundry that sit at home has been cancelled, that Monday sit at home has been cancelled. Our leader Mazi Kanu has once again ordered from DSS custody that Monday sit at home should cease in every part of Biafra land. IPOB is not and will never be responsible for any outcome arising from this non-existent sit at home, and we shall no longer talk about it. Ndi Igbo are not cowards and therefore should normalize their Mondays like before. Anyone seen enforcing Monday sit at home should be treated as a crime, as a criminal and the enemy of our people. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. This is just a press release just right now. So please, you note it. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
Vindication of Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu and the Biafra question by Peter Omonwa, April 4th, 2023. Someone forwarded an audio recording to me a few days ago, which must have been preserved for more than 57 years. It was the voice of Chief Samuel Ladoke Akintola, SLA, the last premier of the Western region and the 13th Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land. The voice was unmistakable in his distinctive Ogbomoso accent. The summary of what he said, which I have transcribed from Yoruba to English as best as I could, was, quote, "Let us the Yorubas come together. Let the Igbos not disorganize us with this election. We must not allow them to use this election to destroy our land, take over our jobs, disturb our trade. They must not be allowed to obstruct our access into government. People must not see this election as an Akintola or Awolowo issue. Even if you don't like Akintola, inaudible. They are taking your children's food. They are pursuing your wives from their stores. This election is for our salvation. It is an election through which your children will become somebody tomorrow. We are closer to the Northerners. This is not because we plan to sell you as slaves to them. Even they, the Northerners, are not interested in buying slaves. Since people have been saying we want to sell you as slaves to the North, has Lagos not remained at the same location? It has not been moved to Maiduguri, in bracket Maiduguri. Ibadan has not moved to Bauchi. They will be deceiving you that Hausa is not good. Meanwhile, they have been sitting with the Hausa to share the goodness, in bracket Mudumudum, of this land. When you get to one place, you find Idechuku. When you get to another place, you find Nwachuku. End of quote. Chief Akintola died in January of 1966, which would mean that electionary campaign following the February 25, 2023 presidential election. A lot of dust has been raised. This audio will have been dug up to fan the ember of hatred against the Igbos as the Lagos gubernatorial election of March 18, 2023 drew near. Such vitriolic utterances and rhetoric were part of the trigger of the genocidal war against the Igbos between 1966 and 1970. Many are unfamiliar with the bestiality which accompanied that episode. That the Igbo race is still here today is by sheer grit. I urge the readers to get a copy of the book, The Biafran Story, by Frederick Forsyth, to get a sense of that part of our history. There appears to be a general sense of satisfaction from most Yoruba about the outcome of the February 25, 2023 presidential election. However, I struggle to reconcile why the Yoruba Christians, who hitherto joined with Christians from other parts of the country to vehemently denounce and oppose a Muslim ticket, seem to have acquiesced. Strangely, it is no longer about who the best person for the job is. The place of religious balance on the ticket has even been ignored. While still basking in the euphoria of Mahmoud's announcement, in what local and international observers have variously described as a shambolic haste of an election, the temporary illusion of a victory possibly obfuscates a realization of the difference between winning the battle but losing the war, and that it may yet be essentially a Pyrrhic victory. Aside the fact that the candidate in question has a tainted background bordering on his ancestry, educational institutions, criminal convictions, and questionable health condition, the process that will have thrown him up has also been tainted, burdened with atrocities of unprecedented monumental proportion. Not only is his personality cloaked in the baggage of character deficit, the process is replete with unimaginable scale of fraud. Imagine the national, regional, and international ignominy which will trade the presentation of such credentials to the world. Given the brazen disregard for the...
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra from London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. Today is the 11th day of April 2023. Tata Bobochi Orie. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you onto this program. Remember, our lines are now open, but I want people to call. Please give me your view on this. Why is our politicians still not seeing that Nigeria is unfixable? What is it that is motivating them? Why is it that despite like what you had Akintola's statements, that was in Lagos. Akintola had problem with Awolowo, but they settled it on Igbos. Any person, any people that has problems in Nigeria, they will say Igbos will be what they will use to settle. Once they mention Igbos, oh, Biafrans, Igbos, now the hatred is the same, equal. So they say, okay, don't worry, we have common characteristics. Igbos should be killed, eliminated, okay, and they will settle their case on us. Is that normal? Until when are we going to continue like this? How does these politicians reason? What is their motivating factor? Is it to be sacrificing us, the people, all the time? You know that we don't have feelings. They burn our markets. It didn't concern them, all these Igbo politicians, because they loot money. They are house niggers, so it doesn't concern them. They don't feel our pain. That's why they are calling, oh no, don't worry, we in Nigeria, we are going to fix Nigeria. How, please? I want people to put mouth in this. How, what is it that is motivating them? Why are they thinking like this? Didn't they know that we are not accepted? Even owing to what is happening now. They have seen it. But why are they still, why can't they lay open support? Open support. As the lawmaker, the Amazonian politicians did. They lent open support. They said, no, I feel the pains of my people. So I cannot be here in this, being a senator, just living large while my people are being massacred. Igbophobia everywhere. But in our own case, our politicians are there. They are in a different world as long as they are not feeling it. So it doesn't exist. Our own problem, that is not their problem. What is the cause of this? That is what I want people to put mouth, please. Therefore, our lines are open, as I said. You can call now. Our direct line, as usual. I see some people have been calling. Please, you can call back. +1 213 328 6224. I repeat. +1 direct line. +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Caller on, let me see. Caller on WhatsApp. Hold on, let me pick this caller on direct line. No, call on direct line is gone. What is happening? Caller on direct line. Let me pick again. Caller on direct line. I want to start with you. My goodness me. Why is it Caller on direct line, can you hear me? No. The call is dropping. Is it because of the volume of calls coming in? Now let me go. Let me try again. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Go on, please. Go on, please. What do you think? Why is our politicians not seeing that Nigeria is unfixable? How do you think? What do you think? Despite what is happening, is not only today, right from independence till today, that we shall never be accepted as Nigerians. Why is what is your view? What is your take, please? Please go on. No, the call is gone. Now let me caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? I know that many of our people are watching the Champions League. I know that. But notwithstanding, caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, I have picked your call. Please go on. Can you hear me? Chineke kwena ihe ọjọọ. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Wada, please, if you are calling, concentrate on the phone, please. I've been shouting. Go on, please.
Okay. Biafrans, I greet you on day one. Yes, Mazi, based on what you have just said, why our politicians so selfish that they don't see what we are seeing? For me,
Wada, na him neku now.
For me,
Wada.
What I have to say on this issue is that
Wada, na him neku. Wada, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wada, can you hear me? Hello, Wada, can you hear me?
They might be irrelevant. All their looters. Hello? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, which means
yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, go on then. Just remove your mouth, shift your mouth a bit from the line went off. There is a delay. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi Ezekulie, please. Our veteran. Welcome to the program, please. I think Biko Ganiru, do justice to it. Mazi, please. Go on. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi Ezekulie, Neku.
Yes, I'm listening.
Go on, please. No question. What is the problem with our politics? Yeah, go on, please. Go on.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan.
There will go on. It seems I have to reboot. After you, I have to reboot this, restart this phone. There is delay. Go on, Ganiru, Mazi Ganiru.
Okay. Mazi, good evening.
Mazi, I'm hearing you. Yes, I'm hearing you. Go on, Ganiru. What is happening? Go on.
Because
No, I cannot. Let me restart. Please, let me restart it. I cannot go like this. Maybe it's from here. I don't know. There are delays. I don't know. But if I restart it, I know it will be okay. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Get you this night. Oh, I can't so
Akiaba. I cannot register this. +61. Okay. +61. 405. Okay. 142. Okay. 547. +61 405 142 547. Tiye na was even here now Akiaba biko. Even no take them to ya. There. Yes, sir. There wo. I understand. Onye water na ga water. So now, yes, I have restarted my WhatsApp number or WhatsApp line. So you can call. Caller on direct line. No. What is happening? Many calls are flowing through the direct line. But if I pick, it will. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do on this direct line, please. Let me see. So, as I was saying, we need to answer these questions, please. Okay. Caller on signal, please hold on. Caller on WhatsApp, direct line. Can you hear me? Caller, yes, caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan. Good afternoon, sir.
There. Go on, Mazi.
Yes, I'm calling from Atlantic. Yes, Mazi Jonathan. The issue that okay, this is repeating. I don't know.
You mean it? You are hearing echo, but your voice is coming out here. What is happening there? Continue. If you can.
I'm only from first month happening in England. And I'm going to play for them. Don't watch out.
No. Continue.
Yes, so the issue that our politicians,
okay now.
Are you
still hearing the sound?
But the truth of the matter is Dito, Honey from A to Z are all corrupt. How corrupt and compromised. So because of that, how what else to do? They are scared, they are weak, and they are scared to come out and speak the truth. How that my woman of Nigeria can never ever work. But when they compromise, only take over, we share their people. So they don't know which way to go, so they are like stuck in between. That is the problem. How Nigeria is not workable, and there is no amount of prayer or whoever comes in of that nation can revive the economy or can make a Nigeria work. And on top of that, they know that I only that's but they pretend they know we are not one people. That is why it's not working. And because yes.
Now, what I want to ask, okay, you have said what you think that is a problem with them. What do you think how do they get out? I mean them now, the political elites. How do you think that they can get out of that particular situation? Because it's being pushed into a corner. How do you think?
It's a very, very difficult situation for them to get out of it. Don't want the doctors have to man up. They have to man up and speak, and then they come up and speak up the truth and they bear the consequences. You know what I mean? I think that is the only solution right now, because as it stands, how as a human being, how much not? Here we just rely on all these Biafrans who are the constitution, even in life. And how much we need to say, how do you know the people the most themselves? How much of my yes, when they do that, how do I come up and speak the truth? Just like how much of my Nnamdi Kanu, really know me. But for saying the election and that Nigeria is not working, they know it's truth. Then the issue for them to come out and say, you know what, we only have for so many years the truth. But how do you come out and if that confess and may apologize The first thing is to realize, let me realize very important. That may realize, that may confess, I'm not the time you make you supposed to have to have body, to speak the truth. One way or other is very, very difficult because they know Nigeria is not workable at all.
Thank you very much. Which means it needs boldness, it needs reduction of ego, and it needs also sacrifice. Somebody that is, that agreed to sacrifice even his life in order to do something for his people. That's what you mean, right?
Exactly. That's right.
Thank you very much. We must continue, and we encourage them.
All right.
We have to continue encouraging them that he that is down needs no fall. After all, every one of us will die. They will die. Akwa Biasika have died long time ago. Nothing can save you from death. I'm just coming. Nothing can save you from death. We need to continue encouraging them in order to come out, remove that their ego. Although all the time is not about trashing them, that we encourage them, because as our brother said, yes, they know that they have wronged our people. When you sided a foreigner in order to betray or work against your people, and after you find out that even you that worked against sided that foreigner, you are not safe, so you become afraid, both afraid of your people now and afraid of your manipulator. That is it. But we encourage them. We should continue encouraging them. We are not going to kill them if they repent, as prodigal sons. We should continue. For me now, we should continue encouraging them to come out of that shell. That if they come out, we will accept them and work with them and protect them. That fear of death or fear of once the people are behind you, I'm telling you, you become a rock. Caller on signal. You have been there for going to 6 minutes. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. All the cable no noise the bit. Okay, go on. All the go on. Okay, on Lagos, okay, no.
Yes.
Okay. Go to situation she no there.
People understand it.
Please repeat. Call the louder. It's Nnamdi Okay.
I'm preaching so people are understanding me very well now. Before they don't understand, but after this election,
okay,
the election now.
Very good.
I thank you very much. Yeah, my first time of calling you. I thank you very much for your work.
Continue now. Mazi, if you are preaching now, go ahead now download IPOB community radio. Because
yes. Now many of them
yes.
Please. What your people are doing, we love it.
Yes.
Love you very much.
Of course.
I'm a friend of Biafra. I used to be good, but I know nobody.
There was you see Anya chicken there were yeah. We must continue. I have a call. Mazi Ugo. Can you hear me, Mazi Ugo?
Yes, Mazi, can you hear me as well?
The whole world is hearing you, not only me.
Thank you very much, my big brother Mazi Jonathan. I salute you. This is your brother and your son Ugo calling from UK. And only do as a guide and protect you, the HOD, OS, DOS, all the principal officers IPOB all over the whole world, I salute you. I say, look, guide and protect each of us that is fighting to make sure that we restore Biafra. I just want to use this opportunity to salute that my brother that just dropped now. Thank you for your good job. But as soon as you are preaching to our people, remind them there is the people that the Nigerian government pay. They are called infiltrators, autopilot. Make sure you tell them the name of that criminal. Call it Rima. She was being sponsored by Nigerian government and the we have begun to know. I think all of us saw the test of Teleboy. That mistake has been made, but we will never make it again. My brother, now sponsored by Nigerian government and a autopilot. On Ube one number also. Wherever you are in Lagos, that they want to treat you, that they want to kill any of you, that they are coming. Like if the whole one of your brother, no. I wonder these people wonder I wonder what our problem. All our problem can't take over here today. That is the reason why I call. You stand there on the one number also. When the whole any of your person, every of you wrote one about to dear John. This is the reason we are here before. How is the
Mazi here going back to our roots, which we preach here.
Yes.
Our roots is honorable one now but also. Any ehunga na akwan ndi outsiders na akwan nege ihe ji afọ gi onye ọ na-agbaraga ka ihe na-eme why azọpụta go their face. That is the thing. Oh yeah, going back to our roots, I preach here. Or they can preach maybe for a lot of mass, a lot of Jupiter to come down. No. It is on Rubewan Nawal also. So that you don't see your brother as a foreigner, or you don't see him that now from this place or from the other place. We are all one people. That is it. Mazi, please go on.
Yes, Mazi, that is what I am telling that my brother. I salute him for his courage. Keep doing your own part. Everybody is on his own. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there. Do you know how many billions they have promised him? He said no.
Now, Mazi, coming to the question. What do you think is the problem with these politicians?
That is where I'm going.
Yes, please go.
Yes, Mazi, that is where I'm
also
going.
there, please.
Yes, let me tell you where the Nishiko should maybe. Let me tell our people the reason why you see what is happening with these politicians. Is the cause is Britain. The Britain is the problem. Now, I send you a tape, Mazi. Whenever you finish, go back to the tape and listen. Britain ignite this Igbo coup, what they call Igbo coup. Thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out and that POB. Now, even Obasanjo have come out and said that it's not Igbo coup. I took on about before. When IPOB is not here, they said it's Igbo coup. Now, they know that for Britain to withhold the oil in our land, they have to put that war. Those young soldiers that they train, they instigated that war, and people fall into it. That is why you see the massacre. And from that war, BBC target Igbo coup. They now start, after the war, they now start, punishing our people. You see, these people they are picking. None of these politicians we put in our Biafra land. No, we don't vote them. They now started telling them that you must do what we tell you. It doesn't matter whatever it is. You must do what we tell you. And that thing is Britain that told them. Whatever you are giving to them, you must tell them that they must bow and you must do what we told you. These people in our land, they know exactly what we are passing through. They knew quite very well. Why do you think that Fulani kill people in Hamufu? This Mamanuku said that he cannot do anything. Do you think he cannot do anything? Is that what you think? He can do something, but he knows exactly what he cannot do. Now, that they are afraid that if they do any other thing, Fulani will come to them. That is why you see Fulani allow them to sow their hand by stealing, by embezzling every money that they are giving to them. They have their debtors. Now, is what we call blackmailing. Fulani is using blackmailing against them. That is why you see them. Fulani can come in our land today as I'm talking to you now, kill 20 million Biafrans. They will never talk. Never talk. It's blackmailing. If they stop to blackmailing them and then IPOB keep pushing, telling them what to do, but believe you me, these people will turn around. But as it stands right now, I will bet the whole life of Biafrans, these people will never turn around. I'm telling you.
Mazi, let me ask also this. Do you think that even the politicians, or these politicians of Biafran extraction, yes, they have soiled their hands, they have done evil against us. Are you also sure that they are not afraid that if they turn against the Fulani also, that we will not protect, we will not be at their back? That we will allow them, that we will, that, you know, the people will not be at their, will not protect them. You know, that they are at the mercy of the Fulani. Is also a part of their, is it also maybe not a part of their fear?
Exactly, that is what I'm trying to explain here. Mazi, can't you see Aberibe when Aberibe was speaking? Don't you see that the IPOB was standing behind him? Don't you see? That is why I tell my people, stop castigating your own people. You know the people to castigate. Fulanis are taking, they are even, you know, they are listening to this radio more than us. They are taking from what we speak to harm our own people. You see, all these politicians is what we call black. They are blackmailing them. All these politicians in Biafra land, they are hearing, they know that they are blackmailing them. The same way you see is blackmailing DOS. If DOS was not strong enough, they will fall apart. But they still keep pushing, doing what they are doing. Fulanis are blackmailing these politicians in our land. They can never do anything.
Guys, let me also come in, because we need to be clear to our audience. Blackmailing means the Fulani, they are using what we are saying, that we are going to kill all these politicians in our land as long as they are not represented. We are going to slaughter them. Now the Fulani will cut the voice and tell them, say, hey, if we leave you, your people will slaughter you. Is that what you mean by blackmail?
Exactly. See, it's two types of blackmail. One is, let me explain it very well, where our people understand. It's two types of blackmail. I said after the war, they use the weapon of no victor, no vanquish to hold our people. There is victor, there is vanquish in that genocide. Now, they now start picking the people, blackmailing them by, if you don't do what we will ask you to do, we will put you in power, but you must do what we ask you to do. If we ask you to go and kill your people, you have to do it. It's a heavy blackmailing. That is why you see them. They can embezzle the money that meant for infrastructures. Fulani will never come after them. When they will come after them is when they, you know, try to rear their head up, or try to, you know, go against them a little bit. They will blackmail them by EFCC or whatever, ICPC or whatever. It's a heavy blackmail. And who teach them that blackmail to subdue us? It's Britain. Tell me, okay, look at Abaribe. Why is Abaribe not speaking? Abaribe is speaking, and that will be backing. Why can't they? Have you ever seen them challenge Abaribe? The answer is no. If these people we are speaking the way we are speaking, the way Mazi we are speaking, believe me, by now, the Turubu boys will never go in where our people have market and burn it down. These people will speak. They will speak with one voice. Imagine the whole governors we are speaking say enough is enough. Do you think these people will go and be killing our people anyhow? But they are under spell and blackmailing, heavy blackmailing. They will never. These people, the only thing that we do, the only way they will come out is until we carry heavy revelation against the Pochapunda and also. That is what I will bet the whole Biafra land. These people will never change. Are you not there seeing all Joseph Kalu telling you that if they didn't give him the Senate president, Igbo should hold Peter to be responsible? Were you not hearing Joseph Kalu saying it?
It's not now. You see that type of mentality now, which means you know, it's what is he Mazi? Let us come to reality. Primarily, is Ojo Zokalo a baby? Why now should he channel his anger to his brother? You know, that is one thing. Why should he channel the anger? His brother, you know, as a Nigerian, let me under Nigeria, they are Nigerians, okay. His brother contested as a Nigerian. Now, he now came around. Just, okay, don't want, let nobody contest so that he only him. So that at the third position, he will now become third. So everybody go to sit down as third class citizen. Now he become third. You know, that what is that type of mentality I want to diagnose? I want us to diagnose. Why is he thinking like that? Why?
Mazi, that is why I say to you, the worst thing that happened to us is that genocide. This is where we are suffering today. That genocide. The Fulanis are using it to blackmail our people up to today. Honestly, you know, when you said where you live now, I can't tell you what is happening there. And where I live, you can't tell me what is happening there. When Mazi told us that the reason why he tell his father that he wants to come to Britain to read, it's not because of he said it one time that he wants to know why these people are thinking the way they are thinking.
Yes, he want to think like, no, understand the reason, the way they think. He want to understand them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So Mazi, they never know. They never saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu coming, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exposed some things that will, you know, in 200 years to come, nobody will even ever touch it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dig it out. So that is their fear. And Britain was having that. Okay, why do you think that Britain is not, you know, fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in England? Because they knew the law. They know exactly that. They know what they know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu know exactly what he was fighting. Britain was actually want to stay by the side. They don't want to push us, because when they push us, we go to court. It's not good for them. It's never a good point for them. So that is why we are, you know, trying to use corner way to fight IPOB. But yes. Mazi, let me tell you why these politicians are.
Please round up.
They use that war to blackmail us, which we are. Do you see them again? Said, remember the war. No, they can't use it to blackmail IPOB. Rather, they use it to blackmail the politicians. So these politicians, you see, the Fulanis allows them to sow their hand and use them to kill their own people. So the only way we have to get away from this rubbish is to chase away these politicians. Apart from that, these politicians are demon. They will never change.
Okay. As you said, maybe if they hear your voice, we chase them away. They will also use it to tell them, to blackmail them that, oh, you see what your people are saying. So you have to play to our gallery. Anything we tell you to do, they do. So I don't know. For me, we have to play the devil's advocate. Maybe we change our tactics. Maybe it's a suggestion anyway. Maybe we start. I now go to these politicians and you say, look, no sita demma. I don't know. With us, we are the people. You are very few. If you people continue follow us, because we are the people, now we will protect you when if the time arises. Forget about what happened. Maybe, I don't know, but it's just a suggestion so that callers also will put it into context. Caller on Mazi Madabuchi, you have been here 13 minutes. Please go on, please. Welcome to the program. You had the question, right?
Yes.
There, woman.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom and friends of Biafra. My name is Ifan Chukwumadabichi, and I'm calling from the Netherlands. Let me touch that question. Last thing you treated before I go to my own contribution. If you see how our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu handled the case of Mbaka when they were on his case, our leader said, no, you don't do that. Leave him alone. So, I buy your suggestion that we should not close door completely on our political class for those who will genuinely come back, not those who will play. But no, if you come and say, oh, I've seen that you are doing well, you are right, I have been wrong, we will say, okay, welcome back to your
we get your back.
You are one of us.
We get your back.
We get your, yes, my brother. Yes, yes. We cannot close door and say you are flying, you are outside. But if you continue to sell our interest and sell our people and you keep mute when they kill us and your only interest is pushing one post to other, one ministerial post to other, governor, senator, then we know you're not for us. So there is always, what you said last is correct. Oh, Sister Demma, we will welcome them back because they know that we have been right. Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, has been right. IPOB has been right. It is good when the wind comes so that people will know that the Reverend Father wears the trousers, not only Sultan. You know what I mean? So, they should know now. Coming to what you asked, why our political class behaving the way they are behaving? You see, they are some of them are veritable vigilance extraordinaire. They are so selfish. They are being used as willing tools or useful idiots. They are being stooge for the caliphate, and for what reason? Only for their interest. Somebody like Ojozo Carlo, somebody like Dave Umahi, Hope Uzodimma, Ken Nnamdi. These people, they are only whatever the Fulani APC have done the last 8 years. They don't want to know what they are angling now. Ken Nnamdi said it to our people, please let's support Tinubu to move forward. Move forward to where? Who told you we are moving forward in Nigeria? We are seeking for Biafra, for God's sake. So these are the people who are selling our interest. You see, they want to perpetuate APC just for their selfish and stomach infrastructure interest. Before IPOB came, what this type of people do is anybody that raises their head, they will snub that person. They will nip him from the board. They will eliminate that person. They will kill that person. And that is what they wanted to do to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. After the first meeting they had with him in Enugu, they know the stance. He gave them a list of what they should do so that we start dialogue with Nigeria. They say we have to take out this man. And then Nyago and Co. indicted the Nigerian army and acquiesced to the plan of Fulani to eliminate our leader in order to end the IPOB. But as God would have it, their plan didn't work. This thing is what they know, and our elders in our midst down there know that's what they do. They are used to killing anybody who says that what is happening to our people is not good. So the issue here is that there is also cases of sheer fear. Since these primitive accumulators imposed on Nigerians maintain power by brute force, brigandage, roguery and thuggery, murder and intimidation. So many people don't want to rock the boat. They want to play safe. But whilst they are playing safe, other tribes, other peoples, the caliphate will be taking us for granted. Even the Yoruba, we thought that, or some Yorubas, let's put it right, we thought we can deal with, and now taking us for granted because Omuloko, it's no more a question of national interest. It's not Omuloko, it's my turn. Ojitokar is his turn. Tifunubu, it is his turn. So that is what is happening. While you are playing safe and playing to the gallery, your own interest and position in the federation is being withered down and being deleted. So playing safe, in fact, you are not playing safe, you are selling your position. And last but not the least, there's what you can call colonial and neo-colonial slash globalist interest. Now, in that case, I want to ask a rhetorical question. How can the British Prime Minister congratulate Tinubu, whereas they should know, they must know, and indeed they know that the elections were rigged, and at any event, the issue, the case is still in the court. So why should they go ahead and immediately that Fulani INEC make the pronouncement, Rishi Sunak or whatever is the name of the of UK, right to congratulate because they want to maintain the system that keep down the nation, create chaos while they are making the country. So in rounding up, my brother, what we have to do is we continue to tell them we want Biafra. Let our people, our brothers and sisters in the political class come back to the fold. Let our IPOB family members or Biafran-minded people who went astray come back to the fold so that we join hands and restore Biafra. God bless Biafra, my brother. Thank you.
Mazi. Thank you very much. You know, when you look at the Nigeria setting, there is this general. It seems that there is a general consensus by the center, by the Nigeria Caliphate. It seems they call the Igbo elites and tell them, look, your people are highly rebellious, so you need to turn them. Do you see how we take charge of our people here? They always obey, follow. They don't know anything we tell them. They accept. So you need to bend your people to be like our people. You know, sometimes it's what I think and they say yes. Okay, that's why they always arm them in order to brutalize our people. And these political elites, they do nothing. They want to beat us into that state of stupor, which illiteracy they did in the sight of in the mindset of the Fulani, the northern population. The northern population, they will just come, hey, vote for this person. They'll go to mosque and tell them who to vote, and all of them will agree. No person have their own mindset. So I believe that there is a consensus to turn we Biafrans, because for the Fulani, for the north, they took us as rebellious, that we are rebellious. Because I could remember there's one program, former Senator Shehu Sani, he for one interview, I think he's this comedian. He asked him, how do you see as a northerner, how do you see we southerners? Just in your own perspective, how do you people see us? He said, we see you people as highly rebellious. You always challenge. So they want to break that our type of character. That is what I think. And our politicians, they agree. They say, okay, we have to bend these people. It doesn't matter what it takes. And how, even if it takes 1 century, we are going to turn everybody into Almajiri. That is why they use force now. Brutal force. Intimidation. Now, that is what I think. But we must continue. I have Mazi Ezekulie, you are back. Before Amam made the line. Mazi, please go on. You have been here since 10 minutes. Mazi Ezekulie, call on, what's up?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Your voice is crystal clear. And there we go.
Thank you. God bless you abundantly. And bless all the lovers of freedom. Bless our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for setting up this radio. The best thing he has done so far is to make the Biafrans to have a voice. At least today, I can be speaking on this platform, Radio Biafra. That is the biggest thing he has done to us. So that from there, we can ventilate our feelings and our voices, the one we hear from here.
Of course.
So, lovers of freedom all over the world, Biafrans, great Igbos, don't be intimidated. Elohim is working. We will get Biafra. No matter whatever thing they may try to do, we are getting our country, whether they like it or not. Now, let me come to my own, what do I say? Let me come to my own part of my own contribution. Yes. Now, I want to tell us some story now. And I want all Biafrans to listen very carefully to this story I'm going to tell now. I keep this history to myself, and I think it is right time I will bring it out. Now, let us remember that 1979, there was an election that brought in Shehu Shagari with Alex Ekweme as Onyibo, as his vice. Let us not forget. I know some of the Biafrans listening now, it's about 43 years this thing happened. Some of you may be maybe 39 years or 30, because almost average Biafrans now is between the age of 50 down. Hardly you see those from 60 that are active. But we are active, even though we participated in the war. But I am very, very active, ready to go to war.
Mazi,
ready to go.
Mazi, Emma, Kenya, Itetiwa, Ihere Mezu Kute, Biko, Ekwana ki Ihere Mo Kute Biko.
Now, there's something that happened after Obasanjo, Buhari, Babangida, and all the military generals conspired and overthrew the government of Shehu Shagari. There was a reason on that. It is not as if the politicians were not performing. If you check, all the whole state was competing. They were developing their state. All of them. Kanu, Sokoto, Lagos. Remember, what do you call it? The governor of Lagos State. He was developing his own state.
Latif Jakande, I could remember. I think Latif Jakande.
Jakande, yes, Jakande. He even developed a state called Jakande Estate. So they were competing. Now what happened was that during that time, to show you how the Igbos politicians are so selfish that when they go into politics, they don't have any reason other than to amass wealth for themselves. They are not going into politics for the good of their people. No, not at all. Now, but the Northerners, mainly the Northerners and the Westerners, when they go into politics, they are looking for what that will benefit their own people. Now, Mazi,
come here because this thing you are saying now, don't you think that is after the war? Because before the war, when we had regional governments, through federalism, Michael Okpara was developing, our region was developing 2 digits development index.
I know. I know.
Is it not after the war? Go on, please.
I'm coming, Mazi. I know what trespass within the 1960 to 1967 and 1966 January 15 coup, because the politicians then, regional government was developing. They were like a country on their own, because remember that each of the region has embassy in all over the world. Remember very well, they have embassies all over. So it's just like a different 4 countries functioning, which Britain did not like at all. And that was the reason why they caused that war, caused that coup, fight that war, sponsor that war, instigated that war, and made sure that they subdued the Igbos. Now that apart. But I want to bring in, because if you remember, the reason why Gowon was overthrown was because he doesn't want to hand over to civilian. He keeps postponing it. But the military and the British, who were persuading him to hand over to civilian for next manipulation, because power was being controlled by Gowon government, because he said, if I hand over to this politician who caused this particular problem we are trying to solve, how will it be? It will be so fast. So they overthrow him. Let me forget that area. I want to deal on the area of Ekwueme, exactly Ekwueme. What Ekwueme did. Ekwueme entered into politics, not having his people at heart. He was vice president. But do you know that it was Shehu Shagari that called Ekwueme and told him, do you know why your people are running out from your place, coming to Lagos and coming there to begin to develop? It is because there is no seaport in your own area. He now asks Ekwueme, I will tell you the person that told me this thing. You'll be surprised. I keep history. I don't forget history. The history is my food. I eat it like food. Every day I'm in YouTube. I search for every information. Now, he asked Ekwueme, why don't we build exactly Tinkan Island port in Onitsha? So we can reach River Niger from the ocean to Lokoja. And big ship will be passing there, dropping at Onitsha, and it will drop at Lokoja, so that it will be very close to us equally. Ekwueme saw it as a very important project to do. He said, okay, you go to Tinkan Island port, because that is the biggest port we used to have. Then you go there, you look at it very well, you come to Onitsha, tell me how much it will take you. I will sponsor it. You build exactly Tinkan Island port at Onitsha, so that your people will stop going to Lagos to go and live. This is what Shehu Shagari, before we start to condemn political Fulani, I am not talking about military Fulanis are different, because the military Fulanis are trained by the Britain, but political Fulanis are different. Now, unless Ekwueme accepted, went to Tinkan Island port, study everything, tell Shehu Shagari this is amount that it will take for him to build that very thing, that very particular port, so that after building, then they will continue the dredging. Now, Ekwueme, what did he do? As myopic as he is, as a businessman as he is, as self-centered as he is, as a man with empty brain as he is, because we normally give them big name, Dr. Ekwueme did that, he went to Onitsha, across the bridge, instead of going towards Obaro, at the axis where he can acquire big land to build that enormous port like Tinkan Island port. He come across the Niger, the head bridge, across it, where you have a very little land, and build a jetty, very small thing there, with some crane that cannot even carry a bag of pure water. After building it, before 1984 election that will take them to the next tenure. That 1984 election that took place then. 1983 election, sorry. Shehu Shagari came to Onitsha. He slept at Igwe Nemeka, Igwe of Anam. He slept there because that man built a very big, mighty mansions. And Shehu Shagari slept there. In the next morning, to go and commission the so-called Tinkan Island port that he built. In the convoy of this particular president, he's a good man, with Ekwueme, was Chikobi. If you remember Chikobi.
Chikobi, yes.
Chikobi, the great mathematician, is an Onitsha man. He was with them. Along the line, when they get to head bridge, Shehu Shagari was looking at a massive Tinkan Island port type that the Ekwueme had built with the money he gave to him. Lo and behold, it was a very small thing. Then he turned to him in the presence of Chikobi and asked him, Alex, is that was? Kai, Alex, is that Tinkan Island was that I asked you to go and build? Alex, I am disappointed with you. I am very, very disappointed with you. But I will commission it. But I am disappointed with you. He went and cut the tape and left that very day. It was Chikobi, may his soul rest in peace, that told me this thing. He came to my office. I saw him standing outside the day I met him, waiting for somebody. I look at him, I don't know him before. I said, this man must be a great man. Why is he standing in the front of my office like that? Let me call this man in. I asked this man, Oga, please, why don't you come inside my office and stay and wait for the person? At least you can be waiting and watching outside. I don't like the way I standing outside. He laughed. He laughed. He said, young man, you want me to come to your office? I said, come to my office and sit down here. He came in and sit down. And then we were discussing. Because I like to meet, once I saw somebody that matters, I like to befriend that person. I begin to talk with him. He said, we began to go into politics. Immediately, he opened up and told me exactly the problem of an Igbo man. He was the one that told me this story. Alex may now use this money to go and build mod hotel all over the federation. Mod hotel. That is Igbo man for you, going into politics. After I finish this story, I will not say much. Chikobi, may his soul rest in peace. He told me, he gave me his complimentary.
So, which means he also was annoyed at that, right? That's why he was complaining.
He was mad. He told me that Igbo people are self-centered. They don't know why they go into politics. He even mentioned Nnamdi that Nnamdi went into politics. Was building 6 flats all over the country.
Mazi, let me come now. Do you know that this story you told now, it might be part of the reason why Ekweme was imprisoned and Shehu Shagari was on house arrest, and we are complaining? Do you know that? Because they saw the amount of money being looted just for something, and we complain.
That is exactly. You know, as I'm talking to you, I have so many informations. So when people talk and yap, I look at them, I laugh. I have information because I met people. I was there. I was during the election of 1963. The problem of Azikiwe by removing Eyoita created problem in Calabar. I was born in Calabar. By 1963 election, the song in Calabar then was Amayom Disen Sunda Yobo, Okiko Paibok, Amayom Disen Sunda Yobo, Okiko Pai, oh, Amayom Disen Sunda Yobo, Okiko Pai. That was the electionary song, 1963 election. Why? What are they singing? If you want to vote for the palm leaf, so that the juju of the Okiko is the NCNC symbol. Kokororoko, that NCNC, that is the symbol. If you want to vote for a palm leaf, so that the concoction of Okiko will die. You see, if you eat it to go, get to that was the music then. I don't forget this music because I saw thousands and thousands of people, Calabar people, they were moving in the street, they were singing. I now asked my father, why are they? He said Azikiwe had created this problem. That Azikiwe drive away Prophet Eyoita
in Enugu. You are right.
Professor Eyoita, when he went to Lagos, Azikiwe studied in America. When he came back, he ended in Ghana. He didn't even visit Onitsha to make him, to at least to welcome him. He ended up in Ghana. mingling with the Kuruma. Afterward, he came down to Lagos, mingling with the Herbert Macaulay. When Herbert Macaulay died, he took over the mantle of leadership of NCNC. From there, instead of going home to go and establish his political dynasty, he ended up in Western House of Assembly to go and contest election against Awolowo, the Westerner. And then he won through Adeniyi Ogunsanya and all the rest of political ignorant people, because they were so sentiment. These are the men of what do you call it? The men of Herbert Macaulay.
Yes,
so they voted for him. But NCNC. But they voted for him. But I want to now ask these people: are you still people so stupid? This man is an Igbo man, and they have a constituency at Enugu. Why don't you go there and contest election for Eastern Assembly? Already, the Eastern Assembly people have already, with their own senses, they have decided to pick up Eyoita. Ojukwu was to be picked. Ojukwu said, no, he is not educated, so he cannot handle it. Let me be financing, because I'm talking of Sir Louis Ojukwu. Then they picked Eyoita, who is from Riverine. Before, by then, there is even the Emmanuel Endeli, the representative of the Ambazonia, was also there. They picked Eyoita, who is from a Catholic man. But when Zeke now, when they cross-started Zeke now has no any political platform any longer. They asked him to go home. When he came home to East, the first time of coming there, Mokugo Koye and all the, what you call them, all the whole political within that is then me axis. All of them, they gather, Kai create a chance, go banye, look at that.
Before.
They removed the man who was there before. That was the greatest straw that broke the camel back. And this is the reason why the Emmanuel Endley now brought his own people and said, because that thing created a serious problem.
Sorry, Mazi, so that people, our listeners will understand, Emmanuel Endley was the representative of Ambazonia as of that time, isn't it?
Emmanuel Endley. Yes, the name is Emmanuel Endley. I told you, I was there. My voice may be sounding very sharp. I also look sharp. You may not even believe my age. You can't even believe it. Nothing will make you to believe it. I was there. I don't forget anything. So Emmanuel Endley now become afraid and say, if these people can treat these people like this, maybe we may be in problem. That is what pushed them to go and begin to have a referendum, which now
to join Cameroon. To join Cameroon.
To join Cameroon.
Mazi, before you continue, because you know, Ezioku na on the Ezioku kwoto. Because the problem we are having mostly all I wanna cause here because of selfishness, self-centeredness. Mazi, continue, please. Ganiru.
Now, when this thing happened, we become totally isolated. Immediately, Awolowo immediately saw this vacuum, because nature absorbed vacuum. Immediately he saw this vacuum. He starts from Riverine Axis, begin to give them free education from the cocoa. He begin, because they know Yoruba people knows politics. Hausa people know politics. Fulani people are new in the politics. Let me be honest with you, because remember we have a new Kanu. We have Joseph Taka. You remember Joseph Taka? They are the people. Igbos doesn't have politicians. Our people doesn't have politicians. What we have, businessmen who are so self-centered. They don't have the interest of their people. That was why they ranked #1 in selling slaves. Kidnapping slave and selling slave. Best interest. And that was why Portuguese got them with their witchcraft. And all of them, make them stupid. Up to today, they are still suffering the Portuguese witchcraft, our people, because they are so much interested in their own personal ego and interest. So what happened here is that I want to end this particular talk because I don't want people to forget what I'm saying. Because I was there. We are the remnant of the people that knows what really happened. The remnant of the people that knows what really happened. God so kind, He gave me health in abundance, gave me everything that can keep my life in good health. And I worship Him in spirit. I don't go to church. I don't go to church. I worship Chukwokikadiama directly. And anytime I talk to Him, He listens, He do exactly what I asked Him to do because I follow Him. He said, in all thy way, acknowledge Him and He will guide your path. And that is how God works. So our people should try to be mindful of Igbo politicians. They are all businessmen looking for their pocket. They don't have their interest. Look at Ume, that Senator Ume. He was in Apuga. He jumped from Apuga and joined LP. Now he has won the Drone Senator. This is the man that told us, Nnamdi Kanu, the idiot now will be going to Abuja. He is not going to Abuja for anything. He is going to Abuja to open a very big office where he will now become a godfather. Where people will now travel from here and from back and front to come and meet him in his office. You will not be talking about how to open shopping mall either in Abuja or in Dubai. That is all they are going there for. So we don't have political leaders. The area we understand it. The only man I respect, why I am in this fight, let me be honest with you. I have listened to so many people who came out and talked about Wazirike. When he was talking, I looked at him with spiritual eye because I am complete Agu. Remember Agu?
Agu, yes.
I was born an Agu. 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 If somewhere, I'm not any secret on anywhere and give me an interest. I will come there and listen to what you are talking. For me, when you are not secret in Ghana, anything you see, I will come there and listen to what you are talking. Always put on Mafibo, Mafo, you won't go here. I am going to move not. So, what happens is that our politicians are political belly, political infrastructure. That is their stomach infrastructure. That is what they are going to. Look at this man. This man with the open small teeth called P2B. He is going there for his own personal interest. Do you know how much people donated for this election? He opened a fundraising and he did not spend one of his cover. What is holding him now is that the people that donated this money are the people that are holding him up. And he wants to run away. He told them, well, don't go and demonstrate, because you don't, if anything demonstration, they will catch him. And he don't want to, don't want the hand, because he went there to win election by reading. Every one of them rigged election. But Tinubu was the fastest. Good people know the game. You cannot go into Nigeria and every election in the whole world, even here, even in America, don't you see that Trump is still saying that that election was rigged? That means election must be rigged before it become anything. So let nobody disturb us about rigging P2B out, because he was also rigging. The obedience was also rigging in their own capacity. And so Tinubu now destroy everybody with automatic and powerful rigging. So let him go and cool his head and forget. People should forget talking about him, because he is going there. After all, he was a governor in Anambra State. I saw him. I know what he did to the Anambra. He pushed the Anambra to go and buy. In fact, he forgot his office and began to campaign for people to go and buy what do you call it? Shares, bank shares. And when people were buying those bank shares, nobody knows that he was the chairman of Fidelity Bank. Nobody knows he was the chairman of this Fidelity Bank. And so people were buying these shares. And some of the guys I know that has money, they come to me and say, Oga, why don't you join them in buying this share? Look at the big machines you have here. You can sell one of them and then use it to go and buy. I tell them, look, you see that man? I know him very well. All of you will lose your money at the end of this particular journey you have been back. He said, what? I said, have you buy what? He said, he buy 25 million naira worth of share. I said, you have lost that money. At the end of it, or what happened, when shares get up to 31 naira ordinary shares, they conspire among themselves and remove all their dividends, collected all their dividends, bank share collapsed. All of them lost their money. It affected 95% of Igbo businessmen. So this is how they roll. Our politicians are not representing us, they are representing themselves and representing their little village. Look at what do you call this man? The man that runs away. The same day he handed over to what do you call this man? Obiano. The same day he was running to his hometown called Houston. That same day he was caught at the airport. Of course, you know what EFCC will do to him. He will give them their own share. Where they go? Where is our own share? He just give them their own share. And they need him to go. So these people are they are nothing. Forget about businessmen.
Businessmen.
They are businessmen. Thank God for Nnamdi Kanu. I believe in him, and I believe through him God will give. I'm praying for him every blessed morning. Before I talk to anybody, I will pray for him, pray for the struggle, pray for God Almighty to look at the evil Britain have done to us and reward Britain with a great reward. God should reward Britain for what they did to Ndibo. Britain is supposed to have apologized to Ndibo how they instigated war. We don't want that war. What happened to Akintola or what Western Nigeria did not concern any Igbo man. But Britain went and they instigated the whole thing and carried a war of genocide against Ndibo. Today, the problem they are now telling the whole world is that Fulani is the problem. Fulani is the problem of Nigeria. They are still behind it. So forget about Ndibo, please, my brother. I think I'll end this so people will be able to read. Next time we talk again. Thank you.
A living library, honestly. You're a living library. I know it. Caller on direct line, please. Calls are floating like mana. Why I left this our veteran. We need to learn. Only our living library. I'm telling you. So we need to tap and continue tapping. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Call on direct line.
Yes.
Mazi, Mazi, please. Sorry for keeping you so long. But go on.
Now, wow, even I've lost some of my thoughts listening to history. I have so many things I want to say, but after listening to it, it's going to this place. But anyway, the thing that we know with us now, when it comes to our politicians, all of our politicians, these people were a very stone cold heart. And like you said, previously, if that yes, but one thing you understand, why we IPO this? All the Abra but for how are themselves, all the very difficult, because you know why? Only one of the when they can hang with this guy, I will what's his name? The governor of the state.
Dave Umahi.
Dave Umahi, that was one of his listeners also that now even in his dream that also it's with all his heart. So you can imagine to somebody to that kind of mind, whatever. And the game that feeling I just feel that the best like the governors will not be because somewhere they're growing, maybe somebody will surrender and come down and then be able to, be now apologize to what they've done to most of us. So I just want to tell how hammer that they really wronged us. But the issue, due to the pride and the emptiness somewhere in them, they don't want to come and apologize. What they say, they know what they're doing. How much me, what they make. So I cannot be here because I've lost a lot of thoughts of what I wanted to say. Also, I cannot support.
There were. It's very, very pathetic, honestly. Let me call on signal. Mazi, I think Mazi Joe. Can you hear me? Call on signal.
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi.
There were. Thank you for being there, for going to 23 minutes. There were.
No problem, Mazi. I think the 23 minutes was even it was enough for me tapping a lot from our veteran.
Honestly.
It was like I was in an history class. Mazi, let me shoot on straight. The question you've asked, I hope I'm coming clear, Mazi.
Yes, you are. The whole world is hearing your voice. Go on.
Okay, good. That was Mazi. Dear Biafrans, I am Mazi Joe Agafe from Regensburg in Bayern in Germany. I am the IPOP deputy coordinator in my city, Regensburg. Mazi, straight ahead, everything that has happened since 1914, after the British were able to, join every part of that contraption together, the British had never forgiven Nnamdi for that 31 years war. It was like an insult to them, just like the insult they got in, and the French got in Haiti, when they defeated Napoleon's army. So, the British, they've had this well-planned, orchestrated evil plans against Nnamdi. How did they start? Before 1960, it was repealed. They engineered it. After the independence, 3 years after, they engineered another one of the greatest genocides in the world, where over 4 million people died, especially children and women. I think it has been a joy for them that 31 years that we killed their officers and men, they want to retaliate by making sure that for 31 years that they kill a lot of Nnamdi. Now, they created warrant chiefs. Those warrant chiefs were people that committed atrocities against the land. But the British now saw them as, to use them to control Nnamdi. Now, from then on, we began to have councillors, local government chairmen, and governors. Imagine, Mazi, that a local government chairman will give an Igwe or will be the staff of office. It is a very big shame that such a thing is happening in Igbo land. Now, moving forward, the indirect rule that was being, forced down on Nnamdi did not work for the British. But what did they do? They had to put their own people, Igbo people, that will answer to their, to their bids. Now, they started using these people, allow them to keep money, but they use them as stooges against us, just like they allowed them, Azikwe, to steal some money through corruption. And they used it against him, and he couldn't say anything. Now, Azikwe also misfired in his political gimmicks, coming back from America, when he ought to have gone to the east. From Ghana, he went to Lagos to go and contest in the west against Awolowo. Definitely, the Yoruba people should not allow that to happen. How can a stranger come and rule over us? So, in all his political gimmicks, he shot himself in the leg. And all those bullets that he shot himself with touched some other Biafrans in Igbo also.
And when the worst is that when they cannot allow him in Lagos, he now run back. Remember that they have a home. He run back to Enugu.
Yes.
And remove the status quo. That is the cause, the start of this. I am Niger Delta. I'm not Igbo. This is the start. Our people, we should understand the history. Sometimes when you look at things, you don't blame. Oh, these people, they don't want to be. This man pursued our Amazonian brothers. He made them now to join Cameroon. You know, it's a very big thing. He made them to say, they became afraid and say, if it is how this is so-called Igbo people will treat, they are treating their own brother. What of us that I decide, you know? Now we need to get out, because before all of us we are the same. The region Enugu was the capital, but this Amazonia today.
Yes.
There, Mazi, please go on and round up.
Okay. So now, you know, when he did all these political misfortunes, now the fear started. Ibophobia came in. People started looking at us. Are these people like this? How can Azikiwe just come from nowhere, remove Etayo because he wants to be in charge in the east? That was where all the problems started from. And as a historian, when I read all this about him, I was so disappointed that I was totally ashamed. Having studied it in school, you know, read about it, I said, no. I cannot take this man I cannot see him as a serious person at all. So now, Mazi, you know, when he took Mazi Itayo away from the Eastern government of Nigeria, from there, he brought himself, you know, politically, he shot himself in the leg, even becoming a Nigerianist, Pan-Africanist. When you at your home is not yet one. You are promoting Nigeria. You are promoting Pan-Africanism. When Igbos are in this area, Igbos, they didn't even know where they stand, but he was promoting it. But he never knew that what he was doing was even like about, you know, setting Igbo up. And all this led to that civil war, to that genocide. What did he contribute during the war? He was jealous of our eternal leader. He was jealous of everything that he was able to achieve. Automatically, he became anti-Biafran. So, Mazi, everything that Azikiwe did as a politician, that is what these present politicians in Igbo land are doing. They learned it from him. And all of them are willing tools. All of them will be in power. Fulanis will encourage them. Chop money, eat money, everything. But at the end, they are waiting for them. Look at the way Obiano disappeared. Obiano disappearing back to America was all arranged. It was arranged. Do your time. Immediately come to Lagos, settle us, then fly. We only heard when they arrested him, but we didn't hear when he flew away.
Mazi.
Okay, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, you are the last caller. Please make it quick, brief as possible. Caller on WhatsApp, please. You are the last caller. Mazi. Sorry, caller. Mazi Carl. Oh, I'm very sorry. You have been here since 42 minutes. I don't even mean you. I forgot that you are here. Mazi, go on. No, sorry, the other caller on WhatsApp. Hold on, I will call you. Mazi Carlo, go on, please.
Okay, thank you so much.
43 minutes. My goodness me. Go on, please.
It is what is Mazi Jonathan, because I want to suggest, if it's possible, when you host him, you should be by your side, not to speak
Trust me.
Yes. So because we have to learn a lot, because this music that he sang now, it reminded me of my own community. You know,
most of our people they were born in Akwa Ibom. Even my father, my mom now, she is aged now. Everything that she speaks is sounded like the movie that is song in sang here. And I want to ask if Papa is also only Ekpe. That is something we call Ekpe in Ohafia. So that is by the way, I'm so much happy to listen to our veteran. It is a very wonderful submission, I must say. And we must host him and put it in our archives because we have to learn. It is not easy to see veterans like this to learn from them. So that is it. Now, Mazi Jonathan, coming to your question from the commencement of this program, my own submission is this: our problem is selfishness, greed, and the okpa. These three things, I don't know what is okpa in English.
Gluttony. Gluttony.
Okpa, selfishness, greed, and okpa. This is our main problem, and you can link these three things to the brain of the black man, like our leader has always said, because this is what these Europeans and the colonialists exploit in the black people. So taking it back, you see that even on today's contemporary days, you see that it is still what is controlling us. Even as we are now talking about Biafra restoration. We are peacefully agitating. We have never killed anybody. We have never been convicted of any crime in any competent court anywhere in the whole world. But you look at it, how many percentage of us are championing or agitating or doing something positive, tangible, to see that this our situation in Nigeria to change so that we will come out of there. So this selfishness plays significant role and this greed, because when we are selfish, we don't have that capability or ability to involve in charity. If you look at the Europeans, they involve in charity, in sacrifice. So lack of selflessness is our problem. The greed that comes to it is that whatever we want to acquire things, people will even be pushing you. You know, go and do this, go and do that, go and do this, go and do that. Your age are doing this. Whereas when we are not freed, our whatever we are trying to accumulate will be all in vain. That is where the greed is. And this will come now in the sense that everything sophisticated, we want to have it instead of championing for our freedom first. I believe this is the reason. It is not only the politicians, even individuals.
It is the individuals that make up the politician. The politician didn't come down from heaven. They are from the people.
Exactly.
So it's a general character. It's a general character.
Exactly. If it is possible for us to understand this as an individual, that our problem is this selfishness, greed, and okpa. If you are very, very learned, you will not even be thinking about properties or land or all this, what you acquire or what the car you buy today. When I was moving here in Malaysia, one guy saw Malaysian people, they just come out with their car, small boy. This guy telling him, nah, brother, see this car, this guy is carrying. I look at it and say, it's like you just calling him. Because car is nothing. Anybody, car is nothing. It's only in Africa. Black people, they see all these things as something, whereas we are enslaved. How can the Europeans stay in Berlin in 1884, 1885 to partition Africa, and they maintain that artificial map that they created since that day till today, because they are using people's and they are manipulating people's greed, they are manipulating people's selfishness. There is a file that showed that Zeke was even held on this thing because of some money that he collected. They use this money to induce him, which influence him to subjugate us till today. his party NCNC supposed to be the prime minister, but he went and become the figurehead ceremonial president. So it is because the selfishness in him and the greed was manipulated and over. Everything we see, we want to eat it. We don't look at what is our main pointer problem. Because any day we start it to understand that sacrifice and the selflessness is the only thing that will save us in this our quagmire. Because our problem is too much, my brother. Our problem. Go to anywhere in the whole world. The same problem we face it all over the world. Anywhere you come out, you bring a Nigerian passport. You are already an exhibit. You are condemned. Anywhere they are doing something, you want to go and register. Even if you are a citizen of this place, you want to use the Nigerian passport to go and register. You see that you are cancelled. With ordinary Western Union, you want to use Nigerian passport to go and collect it here. Nigerian passport. It's a problem. So these things are the things. It's not just politicians. It is individual. How many people are supporting this restoration? How many people are ready to sacrifice? Go to where we are doing meeting. You will see that out of 10 people, maybe 2 people IPOB are doing meeting. 8 people will be Igbo people. They will be walking around. Even they will say, oh, Biafra, they will just pass. Because of to come and they commit just small thing to see our freedom. But all of them, they need this freedom more than you. They go and they even carry the information to come and they ask you. Because they themselves, their hope is on this freedom. But they don't want to sacrifice. That is the problem. Our problem is that we want to invest now and we see the result now. It can never work. People must sacrifice for others to thank you so much.
There were Mazi, is a collective problem. Is a collective problem. Caller on WhatsApp, thank you for holding on, please. You make it as brief as possible. Or this person that talked before you had been there, I forgot him for 42 minutes. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Please make it as brief as possible. Please, because I need to close. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Ndewo, Mazi. Udodrege.
Adịghịrị ebube nze n'ọba. Ọnwụ mgbe eji adịghịrị ebube nze n'ọba. Ọhamadike Nnamdi Kanu ọgaranya ngada. Ọnwa ọkụ emunye na-agba n'ụwa niile. Anọgba agwụ. Biafra enwere ọgwụ ha n'elu ụwa. Ọkụwa nwere ike ịgbacha chacha. Maka na ndị be anyị amaghị ọnụ ọrụ mvu maka na uru evuru anyị ka Jamaica dị n'ebe exist ya na Haiti. Ndị be anyị amara ya. Mgbe na-ekene gị Maazị n'uche ị na-ebunye anyị na agbamume ị na-agba anyị ihe anyị na-eme. Ana m ekene gị. Asị mma were ụgwọ mmụọ mme ka njọ were ụgwọ ọkwụkwọ kwana njọ ka na-akwa n'ezi iru na asị na-egwu n'ọfọ na okwu nwere mkpuchi. Olugbo na omume Maazị olugbo na omume ahịa nwa ha tụrụ ọdụ ya ọ natagwo na onye ọbụla ga-eche aka ka ọ ghọrọ nke ma mma anụ oke n'ọhịa ngwere n'ụlọ. Ekene m nna anyị ukwu bịakwa anyị okwu. Kene nwunye nwoke ndị ukwu gasịkwara okwu. Onwe onye nke kwuru okwu si n'ọwụ ndị warrant chief mere ajụ ihe niile mere n'elu ụwa. Ndị amịkpọ ndị amejala ana. Nweghị ndị amejala ana. Ha mejala ana. Ekwesịrị ejide ha amapụghị isi. Onye ọbụla na-edifend warrant chief na kwesịrị ejide ya amapụ ya isi ozugbo. ekwesịghị igbu oke cha 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 maka na mgbalawa ọgara aka na ogbugbu ya gbalawa ahịa ịghọtakwa anyị ga na-aga n'iru maka ndị ọ n'iru ka oke enwe na-ama anyị akago mma na-abịa na a ga-agbachasị ọkọrọ mmiri ogbughe anyị ka a na-abịa ọhamadike kwuru si n'ọha anyị nwa ga-eje ikiri Biafra n'ọrụ ọkwụnyanwa and o mechagbu ya ọpụta ife ọpụtagbu ife ọfụma onweghị ihe chizie n'ọrụ anyị nwe ime gịnị iwu idozi akwụkwọ anyị tinye isi ozigbo nụrụ ọgụ ya gawazie n'iru na-alụkwa ọgụ ya na-aga maka na ọnwụ ihe aha anyị dozi ka anyị ga na-alụ ọgụ ya na-agbachi okike maka onye ya bịa merie onye ọbụla tiri isi anyị ekwe ya pịapịa onye ọbụla tiri isi anyị ekwe ya pịapịa anyị ekwesị ọkụ ile mmadụ anya n'ihu cha ọnwa ajụjụ jụrụ ebe a kedu ihe kpatara ndị ajụ wee na-emeghe ajụjụ jụrụ ebe a nụwa bụ nnukwu ajụjụ ọbụghị obere ajụjụ ọ dị nnukwute umiri emi ọ bụ mmadụ niile ga-abịanwu n'igwe ekwu ebe a bịa zaa gị lọtakwa maka na ajụjụ a chọba achọpụta nchọ ụmụ ihe ndị be anyị na-ekwu nwe ime okwu ndị be anyị na-ekwusịrị na achọba achọpụta nchọ ịghọtakwa so onye abịakwa ịchọpụta ya nwee nkịta ghọtakwa na a ga-akụwa ya bụ isi mmụọ ọ bụ ofu ahụ evuru anyị bịa ahụ mbụ ofu ahụ evuru anyị emebikara anyị ihe o wee egwu ndị yi awọrọ ya o wee egwu na-atụ ndị yi awọrọ ya awọrọ ofu na be anyị o nwere ndị yi awọrọ ya ọ nwere mmanya mara taa o nwere ndị yi awọrọ ya ụta ka ọ dụkwa ndị yi awọrọ nke ndị mishọn nke n'ụwa ọ naga ha bụ odo n'isi ya ma mba ka ha ma anekwe nwa ha nke ha nọcha n'isi ya ọnwa nwụrụ ka ihe ahụ efu nnukwute ụdọ ka ọnwụ dịrị anya nnukwute ụdọ anyị atọfụ ọnwụ na-atọfụghị ya anyị atọfụrụ ya iwu ka ọnwụ na ya atọfụ ya kama a na-atọfụ ya ihe dị igbo ofu emere n'ụwa n'ọrụ nke koloni onye nwa ka ha jizi kịta onye ka Peter Obi fụtara ka ọ bịa gbagherie ihe ọ na-agbagheri ekene m nnukwu nna anyị na o vufutegwo ihe niile ụfọdụ obele ka o wepụtara ịghọtagwo obele ka o wepụta egosi ha ka ndị be anyị fụ so n'ọbụ ihe na-atọ ọnụnwa uru ahụ evula anyị ka anyị esi wee memi na kpọọ onye anya wee nwee andụ ihe ga-eme anya wee wudo n'obi anyị bụ na anyị nwere onwe anyị ọ bụ na anyị nwere onwe anyị eme anyị enwee wudo n'obi wee chefuo onye wuhu anwa maka na anyị agba mbọ je chọpụta ebe ndị be anyị nọdụ ebe ọ bụ na ha nọ anyị chọpụta ha ncha niile malụ ha ọgwụcha ahụ ntaramahụhụ anyị ga-enye ha nke ndị ụka ụda ha ga-eji nwa mechie ya bụ ihe na be anyị ndị nwere ya na-emeri onwe ha mana be anyị emechie maka na anyị ejighị ihe koloni wee gaa ntaramahụhụ anyị ga-ata ndị ụwa bụ na anyị ga-emechi ga azụ kpamkpam ụmụnne anyị na-etụrụ ya ma ha tụghị ya iwu ka ọnwụ
Thank you very much. And callers, and I know the way calls are flowing. Hey, I know. I want to close this program because I have another meeting to attend immediately, honestly speaking. Otherwise, I would have allowed because I see people are calling. The phone is buzzing. But I will not pick any other calls. I think we will continue this conversation. It's a conversation. We will continue. Because that is from there we understand our problems. Do you see just the revelation, the little revelation of Kwemes. Sometimes we act out of ignorance. That is why we need to have knowledge of history. What happened if this Mazi, our veteran, didn't reveal this type of thing? We wouldn't have known. And we will be fighting for him. Oh, he did. Okay, Kweme is no more. But had it been he dredged that Onisha, today it would have removed the. You see, one thing, one sin, brings another. All is like cobweb, connected. The selfishness of one person. Where is he eating the money of the hotel today? Maybe that hotel now, sometimes maybe some of his children, this one have diverted this one, the other one have the but building infrastructure for a people. Had it been on Nisha was being dredged, people will not be dying in Lagos. People that have been killed or that were killed will not have been killed because first of all they will not have been there in the first place in order to do business. Maybe they will be doing their business in our land. JJ, their main importation through our ports. But do you see how selfishness destroys a people? We will continue. I will invite this our veteran. I've been programming it right from the first day I heard his voice. I said no. Oji is a living library, so we need to tap. Thank you for listening. Please. People are still calling, but I beg you, do not call again. I will not pick. I'm closing. Tomorrow is another day. We continue in this discussion because we will never stop debating. The best thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did for us as a people is the establishment of this platform where we can vent out and debate. Because our voice was not heard anywhere before. We couldn't talk. Where will you call? You call a Chinese television and start talking. They cut you off. You cannot talk. You have to be politically correct. You have to talk as a slave that they program you to be. But when you talk like the same way we are talking here, they cut you off. You don't dare it. That is the highest thing. For mental sanitation first. That is the first thing meant for you. For us to restore a sanitized, developed, advancing nation, we will first of all advance our mentality. That is one thing. Without advancing our mentality, we are going nowhere. If we want to Biafra come, it will be a quagmire. Because our leaders started by trying to let us change the way we reason. That is the most important thing. This stomach infrastructure that we are. Because when we talk about our politicians, it's from the people. Look at people in IPOB. What is happening? People can, because of their personal interest, they try to sell the struggle. They try to destroy. They try to set up. They try all, matters for them is just let us go. Is our thing. Is his own thing. His selfish interest that matters. Our leader changed the status quo by telling people, making people understand that there are Igbos that can sacrifice for our collectivity. Something others cannot do. That is why the governors, the southeastern governors plan to kill him immediately. When they had that meeting, I think 2017, with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they saw that this man, you cannot buy him. They tried to bribe him. He said no. They said this man want to put shame to us. So he want to prove. He said he want to. Okay, so you want to prove us that we are not getting it right. Okay, let's see now. They invited Python Dams 1, to kill him. Because they want to convince him to be in their come on now welcome to the club. We are all the same guy. Hapu got these people in our fight. You will fight. And Ojo Zokalo went to Kuje prison that time and said, oh Enyi, Hapu got here in our fight. I have fight to go for Igbo. You will die for nothing. Because they don't understand the importance of sacrifice. Everything for them is business. That is why even the Fulani, they know them. In Kunle and Alhaji, phone call, bug the phone call. Alhaji said, we know all these Igbo politicians. We know they are all businessmen. They are not politicians. We know them. Their support is nothing to us. So because we know that they are businessmen, they are doing things only for themselves. Nothing. They know them. People that cannot represent their own people, the interests of their own people, how do you think that they can represent interests of another person? They will be playing only lip service. They know. So, but we must continue. Thank you for listening. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is who we are. Tomorrow is another day. People that are calling, please, I beg I apologize. I will not take any other call. Tomorrow is another day. We will continue in this debate or this discussion. From me, from here, Mazi, Jonathan, Chinedu, people are still calling. Let me off everything, please. From me, from here, it is simply